book up wide and meet adventures that wait for you. Live and learn and laugh and play whenever your dream comes true. You could swim along the river all the way to the sea. You could fly up in the sky above the clouds and trees. You could plant a flower garden up on top of the moon. You could swing through the jungle all afternoon. Wherever our story takes us, I can't wait to see. Yes, friends, come and read with me. It's online story time.
Hello everybody and welcome to Online Storytime at your Grand Rapids Area Library. I'm Miss Tracy.
I'm Teacher Missy.
And we are so excited that you're here to join us today. Hey Teacher Missy, before we introduce all of the friends down below, you see all these friends?
We have lots of friends.
Oh my goodness. Should we sing?
Yeah, let's sing.
All right, Storytime friends, can you get your clappers out? Whatever you're clapping. Hands, knees, elbows. Here we go. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. Ah, and boy, do I want to hear a story today. Hey, Teacher Missy, what should we talk about today?
Well, look at all our friends here this morning, Miss Tracy.
Oh my goodness.
There's
Some friends I recognize.
Do you recognize some
I
of them?
recognize some from some books that I love.
There are several from books that I love. And we are going to talk about these. What do you think we call these things?
Well, when I was little, we called them stuffed animals.
That's what I called mine.
But I hear now that they've shortened it just to Stuffies.
Stuffies, yes. And my grandchildren love Stuffies, and we have about 800 of them in my house. So we are going to talk about Stuffies today.
That's an excellent thing. So tell me about your friends you have.
Well, I have lots of friends here. This friend you may recognize. This is from the book, If You Give a Pig a Pancake. And that's a great book. This is Canuffle Bunny.
Oh, look at that.
And actually, she just went through the washing machine at my house, Miss Tracy.
Just like in the story.
Just like in the story.
We're going to read it.
We are singing. And this is from Where the Wild Things Are.
That's
which is
Max.
That's Max, and he's one of my favorites. I love that book. And I bet some of you will recognize Pete. There's Pete the cat.
He's got his red shoes. He's got his red shoes and a blue shoe.
And
Red
a blue
shoe.
shoe. He couldn't decide this morning which shoes to wear. And to the very end over there is Maisie.
Hi, Maisie.
Maisie is a mouse, and she's so cute. And guess who those two are down there?
I see Peppa.
I see Peppa too, and her brother.
Oh, my.
I know. And right in the middle, you guys, is a little brown sloth.
Right there.
And guess whose Stuffy that is?
Yours?
It is my very own Stuffy. It is. He sits with me on my chair in my house, in my living room. He does.
It's nice to have a friend.
It is, and he's very cuddly, and he doesn't demand much.
You know, Teacher Missy, when the book Canuffle Bunny first came out, I thought it was pronounced Nuffle Bunny because it starts with
I did too.
Starts with a K and an N. And usually when you have a K and an N, the K is silent.
Like knife.
That's right, like the word knife or the
Or
word knight.
Knight.
Yep.
In shining armor.
That's right. But I heard the author, Mo Willems, read the book, and he says Canuffle Bunny.
Canuffle. So we're gonna
Yep.
take that.
Yep, we're
I
gonna
did
think
not know that either.
the author probably knows the way he wants it to be pronounced, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
So, do you have some good books we can share?
Yeah. Miss Tracy,
What, Teacher Missy?
check out our book.
It's time for Canuffle Bunny!
It is time for Canuffle Bunny. And this book was written by Mo Willems, and it's called A Cautionary Tale by Mo Willems, which means it's kind of giving you a little bit of a warning. Okay, and I do not know who that. Okay, just a minute. I'm trying to see who sent this to us. Hyperion Books from New York is our publisher. And look at the cover of my book. Can you see Canuffle Bunny? Yeah, somebody's holding Canuffle Bunny, looking pretty happy, don't you think? Pretty happy, yeah. Well, let's find out about Canuffle Bunny. I think Canuffle Bunny has quite an adventure. Let's find out. Are we? Not so long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy. And if you look at the picture, can you see what he's holding? A basket, yeah, with clothes in it, it looks like. And Trixie is holding Canuffle Bunny. Trixie and her daddy went down the block, through the park, past the school, and into the laundromat. Laundromat. Miss Tracy, what is a laundromat?
I think it's a place where you clean laundry.
Oh, it is. You can take your clothes there to wash them. Some people do that. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry into the machine. She's being a very big help. Who's hanging out of the basket? Canuffle Bunny. She even got to put the money into the machine. Then they left. Oh, they left all right. Who's in the washing machine?
Oh.
But a block or so later, Trixie realized something. Look at her face. She looks a little panicked. Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "That's right," replied her daddy. "We're going home." Look at her face. Remember, Trixie's not talking yet. "Uggle guggle sobble," said Trixie again. "Buggle plubble. Wumble floppy. Snurp." "Now, please, don't get fussy," said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled. And she went boneless. She did everything she could to show just how unhappy she was. By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she said, "Where's Canuffle Bunny?" Look at Trixie's face. Oh, I love this book. The whole family ran down the block, and they ran through the park. They zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. Trixie's daddy looked for Canuffle Bunny and looked and looked and looked. But Canuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. Look at her face. She's sad. I think she's kind of sad. So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder until Canuffle Bunny! That came out of Trixie's mouth. And those were the first words Trixie ever said. She's happy now.
I think so are her parents.
I'm so sure her parents are more than relieved.
Hey, Storytime friends. Hey, Teacher Missy.
Yes, ma'am.
It's flannel time. It's flannel time. Oh, yeah, it's flannel time. Yeah, I know. We should have a flannel ditty. We'll work on
Miss
that.
Tracy loves flannel. As do I.
You guys ready to do some flannel? All right. If you notice, we have some bears. Should we count them? Sure, let's count them. Before we count them, do you want to guess how many there are? You might be right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 teddy bears in this bed. Some of you may know this song, and if you know this song, definitely sing along. This is called 5 in the Bed. Here we go. There were 5 teddies in the bed, and the little one said, "It's crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. Uh-oh. There were, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we were going to make a math sentence about that, we would say 5 bears minus 1 bear is 4 bears. All right. There were 4 in the bed, and the little one said, "It's crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. Oh, don't you hate when your stuffies fall on the floor? Yes. I know. How many's left? 1, 2, 3. Because 4, 5. 5 minus 2, you got 3. Here we go. There were 3 in the bed, and the little one said, "It's crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many are left? That's right, there's only 2 teddies left in the bed. There were 2 in the bed, and the little one said, "It's crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. Oh, Storytime friends, how many teddy? I know, there's just 1 teddy left. How are you feeling about that, Teddy? There was 1 in the bed, and the little one said, "I'm lonely." So they all crawled back in and went to sleep. And there they are.
Miss Tracy, I have another great book this morning.
Oh, I love this book.
This is a great book. This is just an awesome story. It's called There Might Be Lobsters. There Might Be Lobsters. It was written by Caroline Crema and illustrated, remember that's the person that does the pictures, the illustrator, is Laurel Molk. And this book comes to us from Candlewick Press. That's our publisher.
You know, that dog is looking a little nervous on the front.
I think that dog looks very nervous, and I noticed that right next to the dog there's like a little monkey. Can you see that little monkey right here? I don't think that's a real monkey, do you? I think that looks like a toy. I think it's a stuffy. And there's a ball there too, and we know that's a toy. There might be lobsters. Oh, there might be. Lots of things at the beach scared Suki. Lots. "Come on, Suki, you can do it," said Eleanor. She stood at the bottom of the stairs at the beach, and she waved to Suki. Look at Suki sitting at the top of the stairs with the monkey. But Suki was just a small dog, and the stairs were big and sandy. And she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little. And she might get a shell up her nose. And she might tumble down on her head. Oh, and then she'd need stitches. And besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the top of the stairs with Chunkamunka by her side. Oh, all right, said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a tisk and a huff and carried them down the stairs. The look on that dog's face. Come on, Suki, you can do it, said Eleanor. She tossed a beach ball Suki's way. Look at Suki. She's running away from the ball. What does she have with her? Chunkamunka. But Suki was just a small dog, and the beach ball was big and sandy. And it might hit her in the nose. And then it would pop, and it might be too loud. Or it might knock her down, and she might never get up again. And she might have to live on the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive. And besides, beach balls attract lobsters. So Suki sat far away from that beach ball with Chunkamunka by her side. Oh, Suki, Eleanor swooped that pup up with a tisk and a huff and cradled her in her arms. Come on, Suki, you can do it. Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Suki. I wonder how that's gonna go. But, Suki was just a small dog. And those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were wet. And they might toss her out into the middle of the sea. And she might float all the way to Tasmania, or even Florida. And she might be swallowed by a whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit. And besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the edge of the water with Chunkamunka by her side. Oh, Suki, said Eleanor. She shook her head and dove onto the waves. There she goes. Suki's watching. Suki is watching. Suki sat and watched beach balls bouncing and big boys running and umbrellas flapping and lifeguards blowing loud whistles and waves splish-splashing with Chunkamunka. There they are, stretched out on the sand. I missed something here. The waves were splish-splashing with Chunkamunka floating out to sea. Suki barked for Chunkamunka to come back. Chunkamunka started to sink. Look at, she got taken by a wave. Suki started to paddle. She paddled past a big beachy ball and through a huge salty wave and over something that might even be a lobster. Until she had Chunkamunka safe, and he was safe. Suki had saved him. Suki sat in the sandy sand with the wavy waves and watched for lobsters with Chunkamunka by her side. And I think that they are now having a really nice time. Look at the look on Suki's face now. She looks a lot calmer, doesn't she?
She does.
I think she found out she was braver than she thought. And no lobsters.
Hey, Storytime friends, guess what? I just told our camera person and our set designer and Teacher Missy that we're not doing shakers or scarves today. And they were shocked. They were absolutely shocked. I mean, it was like dead silence in the room. It was incredible. Yes. But we are going to do thumbs today, and we're going to use our story time. Excuse me? Well, today's a good day for it. Storytime friends, Elephant would like to be our Storytime friend today. Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Teacher Missy. Hi, friends. I'm so excited to be here.
Good morning, Elephant. Good morning,
right.
good morning.
Elephant, you stay right there, and we're going to need you here in just a second. So, Storytime friends, I got to thinking that a lot of us have Stuffies because we get comfort from them, meaning that it feels good to cuddle with our Stuffies.
Yes.
And a lot of people like Trixie needs her Canuffle Bunny to sleep. Well, some kids don't sleep with Stuffies, but they use their thumbs to get comfort. They're the same idea. They might suck on their thumb. So we're going to do a story or a finger play just for those kids who like to suck on their thumbs. And it's called Tommy Thumb Up. Okay, so can you get your hands up? Get your thumbs ready. And here it goes. It goes, Tommy thumbs up and Tommy thumbs down. Tommy thumbs dancing all over town. Are you dancing? Dance them on your shoulders. Dance them on your head. Dance them on your knees and tuck them into bed. Did you put your thumbs into bed? Isn't that great that you have a bed for your thumbs?
A bed for your thumbs.
All right, should we do it again? Okay, Teacher Missy, you want to sing with us this time?
Yes, I'll sing with you now.
That would be great. Here we go. Got your Tommy thumb? Here we go. Tommy thumbs up and Tommy thumbs down. Tommy thumbs dancing all over town. Dance them on your shoulders. Dance them on your head. Dance them on your knees and tuck them into bed. Good night, Tommy Thumbs.
Good night.
Now, Storytime friends, we are going to use our Storytime friend. So if you have your Storytime friend from your Storytime kit, I want you to get it. If you don't have one and you don't have a Stuffy nearby to use, just use your Tommy Thumb, okay? Because your Tommy Thumb can dance just like your Storytime friend can dance. All right? Now, our Storytime friend, we can use him just like we use a Stuffy. He's just a little bit smaller.
He's just a tiny
That's right.
Tiny Stuffy.
He's a tiny plastic Stuffy. All right, this is called, now we've done this before, but I love using our Storytime friend. Here we go. Put your Storytime friend on your head, on your head. Put your Storytime friend on your head, on your head. Swing your friend around and jump up and down. Put your Storytime friend on your head, on your head. All right, where else should we put him? How about on our tummies? Ready? Put your Storytime friend on your tummy, on your tummy. Put your Storytime friend on your tummy, on your tummy. Swing your friend around and jump up and down. Put your Storytime friend on your tummy, on your tummy. How about your knee? Put your Storytime friend on your knee, on your knee. Put your Storytime friend on your knee, on your knee. Swing your friend around and jump up and down. Put your Storytime friend on your knee, on your knee. Okay, let's do one more. How about, let's put him on our shoulder. Ready? Put your Storytime friend on your shoulder, on your shoulder. Put your Storytime friend on your shoulder, on your shoulder. Swing your friend around and jump up and down. Put your Storytime friend on your shoulder, on your shoulder. And there he is. And you guys can make up some more verses. You can put your Storytime friend on your nose, maybe next to your eye, on top of your ear, on your finger. There's so many places your Storytime friend could go. Happy dancing. Oh, Teacher Missy, what a great time I've had today.
I know, it was awesome.
It's nice to honor all of our stuffed animals in our lives because Stuffies or thumbs or Storytime friends are really important.
They are important.
Because sometimes when we're feeling down and we're feeling yucky, all of these things can help us to feel better.
And you know, if you just sometimes need a hug, but there's not somebody to give you one, you can just hug your stuffy.
That's right.
Or hold your thumb or your finger, whatever, you know, those are just little ways to make you feel good.
To feel better.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, weren't we lucky that Trixie found Canuffle Bunny? And can you believe that Canuffle Bunny was Trixie's first 2 words?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you know, the author, Mo Willems, says that this is based on a real story that happened in their house.
Oh, that is so fun.
Yeah. And then Suki, oh my goodness, Suki felt so nervous being at the beach. Thankfully, she had Chunkamunka next to her to help her out. And man, it turns out she was so brave.
She was very brave, and she saved Chunkamunka.
She did. She really, really did. Well, now, my friend, I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
I think.
Storytime friends, would you sing with us? All right, here we go. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Story time is done today. Now it's time to go and play. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya. Have a good one. Hug a stuffy.